The attic loomed above the old Victorian house like a forgotten realm, its entrance concealed behind a dusty door at the end of a narrow corridor. As Emily, a curious young woman with a penchant for exploration, turned the creaking doorknob, she felt a chill run down her spine. The attic, untouched for years, held secrets that whispered through the cobweb-laden air. Upon stepping into the attic, Emily discovered an antique trove of forgotten treasures. Dusty furniture draped in white sheets stood like silent sentinels, and old trunks with rusting clasps hinted at a time long past. Among the relics, she found faded photographs, moth-eaten clothing, and yellowed letters that chronicled the lives of those who once inhabited the house. As Emily sifted through the relics, she began to hear whispers, faint echoes of conversations and laughter that seemed to reverberate through the attic's time-worn walls. The whispers spoke of joy, sorrow, and secrets buried in the shadows. Emily, entranced by the spectral symphony of the past, felt an invisible presence that watched her every move. In the dim light, Emily caught a glimpse of a ghostly apparition, a silhouette that flickered at the edge of her vision. The apparition, clad in garments from a bygone era, seemed to beckon her deeper into the attic's mysteries. Emily hesitated, her heart pounding, as she grappled with the realization that the attic held more than just forgotten belongings. It harbored a spectral presence yearning to unveil its untold story. Emily, undeterred by the apparition, delved further into the attic's depths. Haunting artifacts adorned the space, a cracked porcelain doll with vacant eyes, a weathered music box that played a melancholic tune, and a frayed wedding dress that seemed to retain the echoes of long-lost vows. Each artifact whispered tales of the past, creating an atmosphere that transcended the boundaries between the living and the spectral. As Emily explored, the attic's atmosphere shifted. The whispers of the past transformed into an unsettling, malevolent aura. The air thickened with a palpable tension, and the ghostly apparition, once an elusive specter, manifested with an intensity that sent shivers down Emily's spine. The attic, once a haven of forgotten memories, now seemed to harbor a darker, more ominous presence. Within an ancient trunk, Emily discovered a weathered diary that chronicled the descent into despair of a former inhabitant. The diary spoke of unfulfilled dreams, tragic losses, and a descent into madness that culminated in a desperate act. As she read the haunting entries, Emily felt an oppressive weight settle on her shoulders, as if the tormented spirit sought to transfer its anguish onto her. Haunted by the diary's revelations, Emily began to experience unearthly visions. Shadows danced on the attic walls, contorting into grotesque shapes that seemed to mirror the tormented soul documented in the diary. Emily's surroundings blurred between the past and the present, and the attic itself became a portal to the ghostly realms that lay beyond the confines of reality. A sudden chill swept through the attic, extinguishing the feeble light that illuminated Emily's path. The ghostly apparition materialized before her, its eyes reflecting a profound sadness. Emily, caught in the spectral embrace, felt the presence of the tormented soul merge with her own. The attic, now a nexus of anguish and despair, resonated with the harrowing cries of the ghostly inhabitant. As the malevolent aura intensified, the boundaries between the living and the spectral blurred. Emily, now a vessel for the tormented spirit's anguish, inadvertently unleashed a malevolent entity that thrived on the despair within the attic. Shadows coalesced into a tangible force, and the air crackled with an otherworldly energy as the malevolent entity sought to consume the intruder who had unearthed its tragic tale. The malevolent entity, now unleashed, enveloped Emily in a suffocating darkness. The attic, once a repository of forgotten memories, transformed into a nightmarish realm where the spectral and the corporeal collided. Emily, trapped within the malevolent embrace, felt tendrils of despair seep into her very soul as the entity sought to merge with her essence. As Emily descended further into the abyss of the malevolent entity's influence, echoes of torment reverberated through the attic. Whispers of sorrow, Anguished cries and the desperate pleas of the tormented spirit filled the air. Emily, unable to distinguish between reality and the spectral hallucinations, struggled to break free from the suffocating grip of the malevolent force. In the midst of the malevolent entity's onslaught, Emily experienced haunting memories that were not her own. Visions of the tormented soul's tragic past played out before her eyes, a life marred by loss, betrayal, and the relentless descent into madness. The attic itself seemed to pulse with the residual pain of the spirit, forcing Emily to relive the haunting memories that had long been confined within its time-worn walls. A spectral convergence unfolded as Emily's consciousness merged with that of the tormented spirit. Their identities intertwined, and the boundaries between the living and the spectral blurred into an indistinct haze. Emily, now a reluctant vessel for the tormented soul, grappled with the dual existence that bound her to the malevolent entity's insatiable hunger for despair. Within the spectral amalgamation, Emily heard a desperate plea, the anguished cry of the tormented soul yearning for release. The attic, a crucible of suffering, echoed with the tormented spirit's entreaty to break free from the malevolent entity's clutches. Emily, determined to sever the spectral bond, embarked on a perilous journey through the nightmarish recesses of the attic. As Emily navigated the surreal landscape of the spectral convergence, she encountered ethereal manifestations of the tormented spirit's despair. Shadowy figures, each representing a fragment of the spirit's anguish, manifested in spectral forms that contorted and writhed in agony. A battle between light and darkness unfolded as Emily sought to confront the malevolent entity that fed on the tormented soul's suffering. In the ethereal battle, Emily discovered a luminous resistance, a core of resilience within the tormented spirit that resisted the malevolent entity's devouring influence. Guided by this inner strength, Emily channeled her own determination to break free from the suffocating darkness. The attic, a battleground between despair and hope, witnessed a luminous uprising as Emily confronted the malevolent entity with newfound resolve. As Emily's luminous resistance clashed against the malevolent entity, the spectral realm fractured into shards of shattered malevolence. The tormented spirit, liberated from the suffocating grip, embraced the luminosity that Emily had kindled within the attic's haunted confines. The air, once thick with despair, now reverberated with echoes of a triumphant release as the malevolent entity dissipated into the spectral void. With the malevolent entity vanquished, the attic underwent a profound transformation. The oppressive darkness lifted, revealing a renewed light that permeated the once tormented space. Emily, still entwined with the tormented spirit's essence, witnessed the attic's metamorphosis into a sanctuary where the spectral and the living coexisted in delicate harmony. As the luminous light bathed the attic, Emily felt the tormented spirit's presence gradually fade. In its place, a sense of peace and closure settled within the time-worn walls. Whispers of farewell echoed through the attic, carrying with them a profound gratitude for the release from centuries of torment. The spectral convergence concluded, leaving Emily standing amidst the relics of the past, now bathed in the soothing embrace of tranquility. Despite the newfound tranquility within the attic, lingering shadows clung to Emily's consciousness. The spectral convergence had left an indelible mark, and she couldn't shake the feeling that the tormented spirit's essence still echoed within her own. As she descended the creaky stairs, the attic's door closed behind her with a soft thud, sealing the spectral memories within its confines. The rest of the house seemed to breathe a sigh of ephemeral respite as Emily left the attic behind. The shadows that had danced on the walls during her spectral battle were now replaced by the gentle glow of sunlight streaming through the windows. Emily wandered through the house, contemplating the ethereal journey she had embarked upon within the confines of the once haunted attic. As Emily explored the house, she couldn't escape haunting whispers that followed her every step. The residual echoes of the spectral battle reverberated through the corridors, as if the very walls retained memories of the attic's ethereal turmoil. The house, once a backdrop to the secrets of the attic, now harbored an otherworldly undercurrent that Emily couldn't ignore. In the midst of the haunting whispers, Emily discovered a cryptic message etched onto the attic door. The words, written in an elegant script, seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly energy. The message hinted at the cyclical nature of the spectral realm, suggesting that the tranquility she had brought to the attic was but a temporary respite from the ethereal forces that lurked within. Determined to unravel the mysteries that persisted, Emily revisited the attic, the doors swinging open with an eerie creak. The ethereal glow that had replaced the shadows during her battle had dimmed, and the artifacts within the attic seemed to resonate with a sense of unfinished business. The cryptic message's prophecy echoed in her mind as she delved deeper into the spectral recesses. Within the attic's dim-lit expanse, shadows began to coalesce once more. The remnants of the malevolent entity, though banished, clawed at the fringes of Emily's perception. The luminous resistance she had ignited during the previous encounter flickered, as if the ethereal forces were testing the boundaries of her newfound strength. Emily realized that the attic was caught in an ethereal cycle, a perpetual dance between light and darkness. The cryptic message's warning materialized as the spectral forces sought to reassert their influence. The artifacts, once witnesses to the spectral battle, seemed to resonate with the ebb and flow of the ethereal currents that surged through the attic. In the midst of the resurgence of shadows, celestial guidance manifested. Luminous entities, benevolent and radiant, appeared within the attic. They spoke of a celestial covenant, a pact that could safeguard the fragile balance between the living and the spectral. The celestial beings urged Emily to embrace her role as a guardian, wielding the ethereal forces to bring enduring harmony to the haunted attic. Empowered by the celestial guidance, Emily renewed the celestial covenant within the attic. The artifacts, once dormant witnesses to the spectral turbulence, resonated with the luminous energy she channeled. The ethereal cycle, now under her celestial influence, shifted towards a harmonious equilibrium that transcended the perpetual struggle between light and darkness. As Emily embraced her role as a guardian, the attic underwent a radiant transformation. The artifacts, once conduits of despair, now emanated a soothing luminosity. The spectral echoes that had haunted the space were replaced by a celestial symphony, a harmonious convergence of ethereal forces that brought tranquility to the once tormented realm. As Emily's connection with the celestial forces deepened, she discovered an ethereal nexus, a transcendent space that linked the attic to celestial realms beyond mortal perception. The nexus, a conduit for luminous energies, allowed Emily to extend her influence beyond the confines of the haunted attic. Celestial beings guided her through the astral threads that connected the living and the spectral, weaving a tapestry of ethereal destiny. The astral threads, luminous and intertwining, revealed the interconnected destinies of souls touched by the celestial covenant. Emily, now a guardian of the radiant attic, became a beacon of light within the celestial tapestry. The ethereal currents pulsed through her, resonating with the spectral energies that permeated the haunted attic and beyond. Guided by the celestial beings, Emily embraced her role as a celestial guardian. The radiant attic, once a nexus of despair, became a sanctuary of celestial energies that rippled through the house and the surrounding environment. The spectral echoes, now harmonized by the celestial symphony, served as a testament to the enduring influence of light in the face of lingering shadows. The celestial whispers persisted as Emily ventured beyond the confines of the house. Celestial beings communicated through subtle vibrations, guiding her towards ethereal hotspots where the boundary between the living and the spectral was particularly thin. Emily, attuned to the celestial symphony, embarked on a journey to extend the celestial covenant's influence into the hidden corners touched by lingering shadows. In her quest to expand the celestial covenant, Emily encountered pockets of resistance, places where malevolent forces sought to resist the harmonizing influence of the celestial symphony. Ethereal battles unfolded as Emily confronted the malevolent entities, wielding the luminous energy bestowed upon her by the celestial beings. The celestial uprising echoed through the spectral realms, challenging the lingering shadows that clung to the boundaries of reality. As Emily triumphed over the malevolent entities, the celestial nexus expanded. The ethereal tapestry of interconnected destinies extended its luminous threads into every corner touched by the celestial covenant. The house, once haunted by the shadows of its attic, now stood as a celestial nexus, a beacon of light within the spectral landscape. Guided by the celestial beings, Emily sought to maintain the delicate balance between the living and the spectral. The celestial symphony, now woven into the fabric of reality, resonated through the house, the attic, and the ethereal realms beyond. Emily's guardianship extended beyond the physical as she became a custodian of the celestial balance that transcended the boundaries of mortal understanding. In the wake of the celestial triumph, a celestial legacy unfolded. The radiant attic, once a nexus of despair, became a symbol of the transformative power of celestial influence. The ethereal currents, now harmonized by Emily's guardianship, continued to weave a luminous tapestry that transcended the cyclical struggles between light and darkness. As Emily stood within the radiant attic, she felt a profound sense of celestial harmony. The house, once haunted by the echoes of torment, had become a sanctuary of luminous energies. The celestial beings, their influence extending beyond mortal perception, watched over the eternal vigil of the radiant attic, a testament to the enduring legacy of celestial guardianship.